Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the can't miss drugstore launches so far in 2023. I don't know about you, but even as a beauty content creator, I get overwhelmed by the amount of new releases and the new launches, and so many different people, including myself, sharing their opinions on new releases, it seems like every single week. And so if me, as someone who does this for a job, feels overwhelmed, I can only imagine as a consumer how you guys must be like, okay, there's so much information flying at me, just break it down to the best of the best. And that's what this video is. I try and do this about once a quarter, so it's been a little bit more than 3 months into 2023, and I've narrowed it down to the 10 products that I think are by far the best releases out of everything that's been released this year, and there's been quite a lot if you haven't noticed. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, I talked about this recently, so I'm not gonna go on a long time about it, but this is one of probably the top 3 launches in my opinion. And it's the Tanologist Daily Glow Daily Self Tanner. So if you're like a Jergens Natural Glow Daily Tanner type of person, if you have the Loving Tan Daily Tan, if you just like this format of tanning where it's just sort of applying a moisturizer versus the whole like using a mitt and using a foam and the more intense version, this is the best one on the market, like including high-end. And I can't speak for the other formulation. They released other versions of this product. One's like a firming version. There's other colors, so I'm talking about specifically the purple one. This is the Hydrating Gradual Tan Lotion. And this is made with hyaluronic acid, squalene, and sweet almond oil. I got mine in the medium to dark skin tone. You can build this up to get really quite dark. The thing I love the most about this is that once you apply it, it goes on almost like a gel, and then once you apply it, it completely dries down. You cannot feel it on your skin. And I can't say that about any other daily tanner. I can't even say that about any other self-tanner. I'm always aware it's on my skin, whether it's a foam, it's a water, it's a lotion. I'm aware that I have tanner on my skin while it's setting down. This, 0%, like it's completely soaks into your skin. So I find it to be the most comfortable option. The way that I use this is I exfoliate in the shower as I normally would before I do a tan. And then I have dry knees, I have dry elbows. So I put a little bit of lotion on my elbows, I put a little bit of lotion on my knees, and then I just use my hands and apply it like I would a regular body lotion. I don't apply it to my face, just up to my neck. Then after I apply it, I wash my hands really, really good. Making sure you get like in between here as well, because the last thing you wanna do is apply it all, forget that you used your hands, and wake up with self-tanned hands. That's the process, and if you follow that process, it's really, really user-friendly and kind of difficult to screw up. Another one that won't be a surprise, nothing in this video is gonna be a surprise, because I've talked about all these products when I first tried them, but this is just the roundup. All right, next up is the Byoma Deep Puff and Brighten Eye Gel. I have a hard time finding drugstore eye gels, eye creams, eye treatments that I really like. That is one place where I either skip, like if I'm using my Neutrogena Hydro Boost or my Vana-Creme, I'll just put it around my eyes as well. But if I really need the moisture, that's a place where I do go high-end. I love the Belief Moisture Eye Balm, I believe it's called. But this is the first drugstore eye product that I've loved in a really long time. And this brand, by the way, is really incredible if you haven't tried it. It's a Korean brand. All of their products have really blown me away. They have really simple instructions on the side on where to use these products in your routine. And then they have the ingredients actually listed on the bottle, which is not very common. A lot of the times the full breakdown is listed on the box that you throw away or that you recycle, and there's a little bit less transparency. This one has a pump, and it says, let's see, in the directions, I think it says something like use 1 to 2 pumps in circular motions. Half a pump is plenty for me. So this is gonna last a really, really long time. This comes with 0.68 fluid ounces. It's a clear gel, that's what it looks like. And as soon as you apply it to your under eyes, it feels cooling. It feels like one of those ceramic cooling wands. It's very silky, soft. Almost watery feeling, almost like a hyaluronic acid is how it goes on. But I use this in the morning because it immediately helps with the puffiness around my eyes when I wake up. It helps with hydration. It has a triple hyaluronic, and it also helps with brightening your dark circles with the vitamin C. You can use this both AM and PM, but I typically stick to a more moisturizing product at night, and then this is my Deep Puff Brighten product in the morning, and makeup wears so well on top of this. So I think this is one of the first eye creams I've ever talked about on my channel because I'm not a big drugstore eye cream person. This one, it changed me. All right, next is my new daily concealer. It's the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer. this has blown me away. It's more of like a medium coverage, I would say. So it looks really natural on the skin and specifically really natural under the eyes. It has kind of a curved doe foot applicator, which doesn't seem like it's a big deal. For some reason, it just feels a lot better when you're putting it under your eyes. I have mine in, what shade is this? Vanilla. This is a really hydrating formula, but then it dries down to a semi-matte finish almost, so you don't need to powder heavily. If you have really dry skin, you could go with very minimal powder because this does set down on its own pretty well. With oily skin, I would set this as normal. The blendability of this product and the way that it just melts into your skin, it's like mind-blowing. If you use this with a sponge, it just kind of becomes a part of your skin. It's really a beautiful formula. I'm very particular when it comes to concealers. I like something that's hydrating, something that's very thin in consistency, but provides a good amount of coverage. I don't want to have to use a lot of the product to get the coverage that I want because I'm not 18 anymore and my under eyes can't handle a ton of product. And this one checks all of those boxes. Now, if you are more of a full coverage person, if you just need the coverage under your eyes, or if you just like more full glam makeup looks, the next product is for you. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish. Enjoyed the foundation in this line, the IRL foundation that went viral, but not nearly as much as I enjoy this concealer. And the color of this is perfect for me. This is C8.5. This one, I guess this is becoming the new thing. This one has a very similar doe foot where it's got that little curve to it. This one comes in quite a few colors and it is extremely long wearing. It's oil free, it's waterproof, and it claims 16 hours of wear. This is like an event concealer for me. I'm going to a wedding in Tennessee in a couple of months, so it's going to be a mid-July wedding in the South. So I will definitely be packing this concealer. I feel like this is the best kind of full coverage, long wear concealer I've tried since the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I still love that one. This reminds me of that formula. All right, speaking of long lasting makeup, this powder is one of the most flattering, blurring powders I've ever tried. It's the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have it in the shade Translucent and I love this. I've posted about it before, but one comment that I've gotten several times, this just has like a little container that opens up and then a mesh area to kind of hold the product so that you can close it nicely. But I posted about this several times and I've gotten a lot of comments of people saying how much they love it as well. And I've also gotten comments from people that have very, very fair skin that have used this and said that it leaves a yellow cast under their eyes. It like darkens their under eyes. So even though this appears to be translucent on my skin tone, just a heads up, full transparency, that some people with extremely fair skin have reported that this does leave a little bit of a cast under their eyes. That's not been my experience, obviously, or wouldn't be in this video, but this is one of the most finely milled powders. It completely just blurs your pores like nothing I've ever seen, and your makeup will not budge with this on. So just a really great powder. It feels a lot like the Huda Beauty powder. It feels a lot like all the high-end powders out there. So highly, highly recommend this if you're in the market for a new powder. But if you're very fair, just be warned. Okay, next up has been my, if you can't tell, has been my palette of the year. And I feel like this is gonna be my palette of the summer. This is part of the ColourPop Target launch. This is my absolute favorite color story of all the palettes that they offer. And this is the Blush Baby ColourPop palette. But these shades are so perfect for summer and spring. It just makes me happy. Like looking at this palette just makes me happy. Number one. Number two, I feel like it really helps to bring out my eyes. And number three, they just perform really well. They last really well on me. My favorite color in the palette is this middle one called Swoon. It's what I have on my eyes right now. And then I usually put this in the crease. So this combo and then this in the inner corner is like the trio of my dreams right now. Okay, next up is a mascara that I tried in, I believe this was in the video where I asked you what products you love the most in 2023. I think it was. And as I was applying it, I was like, I think I like this. It slowly went from a like to a love to a, this might be one of the best mascaras I've ever tried. And here we are. So this is the Flower Beauty Dream Warrior Mascara. This is 100% the best mascara launch of 2023. The only mascara I love more than this right now, or it's tied with, is my Milani Anti-Gravity, which you guys know is my all-time favorite. The brush on this, I feel like, is what makes this mascara. It's just a very simple brush with a lot of bristles, and it's really easy to work with. It's really easy to build volume and build length and hold a curl. As I figured out in the video where I first tried this, the way to use this product is to build it up on one side, let it dry, and then build it up on the other side. And then once this side is dry, build it up some more. If you just continue trying to build it on one eye, it's not gonna take you there. But if you let it dry and then add a layer, let it dry and then add a layer, it takes you there. The way that this goes on, the amount of fake lash goodness that this gives me is amazing. But what sealed the deal for it to be in this video and become one of probably the best products that is released all year is I took this with me last weekend. My husband and I went on a getaway, and this is the mascara I took with me. And on Saturday, we went for a walk, we had lunch, and so I wanted to get ready even though we had a massage at 1. So I was like, whatever, I'll just get ready, I'll put my mascara on, and then I'll just deal with the consequences at the spa. This was my birthday present, because my birthday's on Saturday. But my husband booked me a 80-minute massage, and 45 minutes of it, the first 45 minutes, were face down. So I had my head in one of those donuts. And then the other 45 minutes was face up. And they're using steam, they're using oil, all the things. So I went to the ladies area after the massage, fully expecting and not even gonna be mad about it, my mascara to be everywhere. When I tell you, it did not move. I was like, what is this magic potion? So it has the staying power on top of being such an incredible mascara. I would have dealt with some smudging with how this makes my lashes look, but the fact that it didn't just makes it world class. All right, the last 3 products are all lip products, so let's get into it. Number 1, it kind of grew on me and grew on me. When I first tried it, I was like, these are good, but do I love them? And then ever since I got them, I've just been reaching for them nonstop, which is my sign that I really love a product. And they are the e.l.f. O-Face lipsticks. I specifically love the shade Dirty Talk. This is the one that is the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It's just a beautiful rosy brown, great neutral. And I love the packaging. It has like a magnetic snap with the packaging. It feels very NARS. And the formula is just buttery soft, a very comfortable, flattering matte finish. It's not one of those dry, crusty looking matte finishes. Another color that has grown on me quite a bit is, what is this called? Feeling Myself. It's a little bit more of a cool toned pink. I just really love this shade as well. So this is good for like a nude day, and then this is good for like a spring. Add a little bit of color, but it's still nude. These just feel like a luxurious lipstick formula. All right, next up are these Wet n Wild Comforting Lip Colors. There have been so many versions of these comfort lip colors. The Tarte ones, Flower Beauty launched one. Seems to be like the trend, are these juicy lipsticks that are really flattering. This one, like you can see, is quite sheer, but you can really build up the color. And it looks almost like a cross between a lip oil, a lip gloss, and a lipstick. And it's sort of the best of all worlds. And it smells like rose. This is the shade Taffy Daddy. It's just a really pretty everyday neutral if you like more of like a brown 90s lip. You just cannot beat the price point here. Wet n Wild's price points have always stayed the same. e.l.f. is even starting to creep up a little bit. But Wet n Wild has stayed true to their price points, and this product feels a lot more expensive than it is. I want to say this is $5, and this is just as good as the Tarte Juicy Lips in my opinion. All right, last but not least, speaking of dupes, so many lip oils have been released throughout the last almost 2 years. Ever since the Dior lip oil came out, people have been trying to dupe it and trying to find something that competes with it, and there have been a lot of great releases in that process, but in my opinion, this is the best one. This is the NYX Fat Lip Oil in the shade Follow Back. Everything down to the doe foot feels very much the same as the Dior. I own the Dior as well, and I truly cannot tell a difference in the formulas. They both have a little bit of stick. They don't make your lips feel sticky, but they have enough stick to where they really adhere to your lips and stay put for quite a while. This is just a great neutral color as well for everyday wear. This has all kinds of hydrating ingredients in it, so it does compete not only from the way that it looks and the way that it feels, but the ingredients. I will link below the dupes video where I talked through the ingredient breakdown. But the fact that this exists, in my opinion, means that no one needs to be spending $40 on a lip oil anymore. So definitely one of the best releases of the year. All right, and that is everything. Those are the top 10 releases so far of 2023 at the drugstore. These are, in my opinion, the best of the best. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. A breakdown of what is truly worth it if you are in the market for some more beauty supplies. But thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.